Precipitation is a factor that could keep an area from being in Class 1 land. Obviously, if we don't have enough rainfall to produce the amount of desired vegetation, then this would not be eligible for Class 1 land, even though it may be very deep soil and it may be very flat in terms of topography. It requires 18 inches to be in Class 1 land, and at this particular location we have 22 inches of annual precipitation. So that would not have been a factor in this case. But we would still check item number 8 because our growing season of 120 days is 20 days short of the 140 required necessary for Class 1 land. And then, of course, item number 9 under major factors that keep area out of Class 1 land says none, and you would only check that one if none of the above, the other factors, 1 through 8, had been marked in this case. In this case, just for a quick review then, under major factors that keep area out of Class 1 land, we should have marked off item number 2, permeability, number 3, depth, number 4, slopes, number 5, erosion, and item number 8, other, due to the short growing season. Now we have to determine which of those factors is the most restrictive, because it is the most restrictive factor that determines the final capability class rating for this land. You could have everything there allowing this to be Class 1 land except for one factor, and if that factor caused this land to be put into Category 3 or Class 3 land, then that is how you should evaluate this site, as Class 3 land. In this particular case, if we go through our manual, starting on page 19, there is a general guide for selecting land capability classes. And if we look at surface texture, we were medium, so that allows it to be Class 1. Permeability, slow, would allow it to be as high as Class 2. The depth of soil, moderately deep, would allow it to be Class 2. So far we don't have anything that makes it more restrictive than Class 2. Our slope on non-irrigated land, 12%, puts it in Class 3. So that factor by itself would cause this site to be class number 3. Now let's go on and see if any other factors would cause it to be a higher land capability class. Erosion, in this case, was evaluated as moderate. That allows it to be Class 2. So that's still not higher than the slope factor. It's a non-stony site, so that's not a factor. Flooding, rare. It could be Class 1 land based on that. And based on the climatic or other factors, 120-day growing season allows it to be in Class 2. So our most restrictive feature at this site is the slope of 12%, which puts it into Category 3 or Class 3 land. Therefore, underneath item number K, land capability class, we should have darkened the circle beside number 3, Class 3 land. Well, that completes the left-hand side of our land evaluation card. On the left-hand side, we are evaluating all of the soil features and determining the land capability class. We'll next go to the right-hand side of the card, Part 2. In Part 2, we are asked to look at some specific recommendations as related to management of this site for the purpose of soil and water conservation.